Hi everyone, my name is Alex. Today we will be unboxing a Telops camera. So if you just got your brand new FastHire, this video is made for you as I will be showing you the first step you need to go through in order to have your camera ready. Let's open the case. What's inside? For sure the camera, the M3K, its power supply, and a power cord. Here I have the connection cable, it's Ethernet cable. For the optics, here I have a 50mm lens in the case. If you have purchased extra lens, here I have a G1 lens that comes in a separate case. And all the other accessories you've purchased. So here I have extender ring and neutral density filter, manual neutral density filter as well in this case. We also provide a USB key that contains the camera user guide and the installation guide, as well as all executable files to install the Reveal IR software properly. You will also find on the USB key the test report, which details the performance of your camera and its calibration result, and a MATLAB toolbox for those who would like to experience total control over data processing. You will also find a laminated sheet that contains all the summary of your calibration and the printed version of the installation guide. All the cameras from the Fast series have an IP67 certified enclosure for protection against dust and water, and they are also tested for shock and vibrations. They come with an internal memory of 1 or 16 GB depending on the model, but that memory can be extended up to 16 or 32 GB. The cameras come with the Telops permanent calibration that is valid for any exposure time, any window size, and any ambient temperature. This means that as soon as you turn on your camera, you have a perfectly calibrated infrared image. The standard calibration for mid-wave camera, like the Fast M3K, is allowing temperature measurement between 0 up to 150 degrees Celsius. And for long-wave cameras, it allows temperature measurement between -15 and 150 Celsius degrees. Temperature calibration range can be extended up to 600, 1500, and 2500 Celsius degrees by adding some neutral density filter in the motorized filter wheel that is present in all our cameras from the FastHire series. Any 1-inch diameter filter or combination of filters can be inserted as long as their thickness does not exceed 2 mm. Depending if you have a mid-wave or a long-wave camera, the lens mount will be different. In the case of mid-wave camera, you will have a bayonet mount like this one, while for the long-wave camera, you will have a threaded mount. So for the bayonet mount, you just have to match the larger tab with the larger inset. You push, turn clockwise until it locks, and you're ready. The mounting interface is compatible with almost all tripods. So now, let's start the camera. The power supply connector is a 4-pin IP68 connector. There is a groove pattern to ensure the proper orientation. The bayonet-style connector requires a firm clockwise turn to connect and secure the device. With the factory settings, the camera will automatically start once it is plugged, but it is possible to modify the settings so that the camera will go in standby mode at startup. There is a cool-down period of approximately 5 to 10 minutes, during which the sensor is cooled to its operating temperature by a cryogenic cooler. Cameras with a MCT detector have an automated calibration shutter in their optical pad that is used by the camera in order to update the non-uniformity at each detector turn-on. This step will add a couple of minutes to the waiting period. During that time, the LED behind the camera will be blinking yellow. The camera can be controlled using either Ethernet, Camera Link, or RS-232. HD SDI is available for digital video output. There are the trig-in and trig-out for synchronization purposes. The camera's internal clock controls the default timestamp. However, GPS and iRigby can also be used to synchronize the clock to an external signal. The lock-in option is also offered. Once the camera is connected to the computer via camera link or Ethernet and that the LED has turned to steady green, you are ready to operate the camera. So now let's start the Reveal IR software. In the camera selection section of the main window, you can connect the camera to the computer. If you connect the camera for the first time, the Open Calibration Manager button will be blinking green, indicating that the calibration files need to be synchronized. This operation is required for some features of the Reveal IR software to be active, such as the emissivity correction or the calibration mode switching. Depending on the number and size of files to download, the synchronization may take several minutes. Fortunately, this operation needs to be performed only once. Once this is done, press the Start button in the main window. This will take you to the Sequence window. And voila! You're set and ready to use your new camera.